Good evening, crewmates. Captain Andy here for another exciting evening, well, hopefully exciting, an evening of Final Fantasy XIV, to continue Clalin's journey to explore the story of Eorzea within the realm Reborn, and to bring it to you as much of the story as we can possibly can. We were, for the last couple of weeks, and probably going on for the next couple of weeks, we are going through the many jobs and classes that are available in the realm Reborn, to the 2.0 era. We're a little more than halfway done. We're currently, actually, so I think we're just about halfway done. Today should be equal to equal mark, the 50% mark. On Sunday, we worked on the Rogue quest. I was hoping to get Rogue and Ninja done. Unfortunately, I underestimated the length of time it would take to get through the Rogue quest. Not to say there's anything bad with that. So we had to split the Rogue Ninja quest into two different parts. So we're here to conclude part 2. We finished the Rogue storyline pretty much in its entirety for that part. We're going to jump a little bit more into that, and which will transition into Ninja. So without further ado, we shall jump right into that now. Hope everyone's having a great evening so far. For those that are joining, thank you for joining. Hope you're taking care of yourselves this weekend. Actually, it's not weekend yet, it's just Wednesday. Okay, let's go have some fun, shall we? Coming out of bed. Up and chipper. So, for this we have to go into New Game Plus, as I've done the Ninja Story quest before, so it is what it is. For that we're going to DPS, we don't have to go all the way down, right here to Ninja. Ninja Part 1. Impressed with your work for the Rogues Guild, Jack tasks you with looking into a group of suspicious individuals he believes are likely to stir up trouble in Wineport. What should have been a routine investigation became a quest to bring a Far Eastern criminal to justice. In order to do so, you must learn to walk the path of the shinobi. Commence. I think I need some inventory space. Yeah. What did I pick up here that I no longer need? Sort. I don't know what I picked up. Or what I would have picked up. Woolen shirt. I'm really looking forward to the time when I get into Ishgard so I can unlock those 3 new jobs, or 3 remaining jobs, because they're not really that new. And so I can start clearing out my inventory space. That would be nice. It's a pipe dream. It's much of a pipe dream. Alright, so the Rogue Guild is, well, as per last year, the Rogue Guild is in Limsa Lominsa, and so is the start of the Ninja quest. You have to speak with Jack within the Rogues Guild. So, we're going to get this started. Eventually. Now, based on the length of time it took to get the Rogue quest from start to finish, I'm assuming it might take the same amount of time for Ninja. If I remember correctly, there's almost double the amount of quests as there would be for the other Realm Reborn jobs. Which is fine. Partly why I split up the Rogue Ninja quest into 2 parts. Because by the time I got Rogue done, I was very, very tired. And if I continued, well, you would have had a stream of me sleeping, and I'm not entirely sure how entertaining that would be. So, let's go talk to Lawnward. dump my water this time. We're good to go. Ah, Clalin. Keeping your stabber sharpened, I hope. Because I've got a job to be done, and I reckon that the Denver Damber would put the executioners on the chopping block and just the one to do it. I may have sighted some shifty types around Wineport of late. Not code-breaking curs, so far as I know, and that's the rub. We don't know half as much about them as I'd like. They claim to be simple peasants, refugees from some far-flung realm, but I don't know many peasants skulk about in the Darksmans as much as they've been doing. As long as they're not breaking the code, they can do as they please, but being who we are, it falls to us to look into the matter and make sure that all's Bob. As my gut tells me, this may be a two-road job. I've sent Underfoot on ahead, so pull on your best beater cases, head to Wineport, and meet him there. Alright. And as usual, we're going to take a lovely truck all the way out to Wineport. Just got to reorder my chair here. Hang on, folks. There we go. That feels better. Let's go to Wineport. Hey, it's not foggy this time. So you can get a good look out of the Philosopher's main base, where they tried to put a bomb as for storage and bring that tumbling down, which we of course thwarted. Over there would be the Marauders Guild inside this area here. There's the Bismarck, if I recall correctly. And of course, since I'm trying to show this off, it gives us fog again. Of course. Good job, game. Good job. Anytime I think of Wineport, I keep thinking it's in Western La Noscia, but it's not. It's in Eastern La Noscia, but on the west side of Eastern La Noscia. This exit here brings us directly into Wineport, which is where we want to go to speak with Perimu Harimu. And it's cloudy here. Fantastic. There's Underfoot. Clalin. When Jack said he'd be sending one of the guild's candidates more long after me, I had a feeling it might be you. Now, I'd love to tell you all Underfoot's already whittled the whole scrap on our friends, but truth is, I have turned up more questions than answers. They claim to hail from the South Sea Isles, but me little birds at Melvin's Gate swear to the last man that that's some piss-poor mummery. There's no record of any such ship sailing into the port. Looks like it falls to you and me to take a closer snilch, eh? I hope you brought your finest stabbers, as there's no telling who are... Did you hear that, lass? The old Underfoot's gone daft, or some more just screamed out for her life. For dear life. Something tells me a little task about to take a turn for really interesting. What say you? We go see what's what. Investigate. Have mercy, I am but a simple milkmaid, with not a single guilt to me name. Rest easy, lass. My friend and I don't mean you no harm. Though I must say, you got me curious. Just what in the name of the 12 happened here? I just come to town to purchase some supplies. No sooner had I walked through the gates, I was suddenly accosted by 3 burly drunkards who demanded that I hand over all of my possessions. To my good fortune, it seems the men had partaken a bit too heavily. When they saw the meager contents of my coin purse, they began to squabble among themselves. A fist fight ensued, and before I knew it, the 3 men were lying on the ground, as you see them now. It sounds like the Mia smiled upon you today, lass. Though might I suggest you be a bit more careful on your next visit. All manner of scurvy sorts streak in these parts, and you'll find that not all of them are blundering lackwits like your friends here. Thank you for your concern, good sir, and rest assured I will take your words to heart. Good day to the both of you. Right. Well, Clalin, how'd the girl's wood strike ye? Mummery, I say. Seems like upright lass. You two? I was thinking the same thing. Squabbling amongst themselves? Just look, there's barely a scratch on any of these louts. I'd wager there's more to that rum doxy than she's letting on. Come, let's go on the drag and see what she might be hiding. Where'd you go? This way? I think from the Rogue Ninja Quest, what's coming up might be one of the best cutscenes I've seen. When I first saw this, I thought it was just so cool. Still is cool. And the right mess we've got here. You reckon these gods got on the wrong side of our lass? One thing's for sure, there are no more peasants than you and I. One look at those 10 stabbers tells me as much. I have failed. I beg of you, take this and return it to Master Oboro, to Lady Tsubame. It's too late. The poor sod's dead. As for the stone, your guess is as good as mine. A lucky charmer sword, mayhap? Any road, we'd best get moving. We'd best start moving our dude beaters before the lass gets away. Her footprints lead in the direction of Upper Lanosha. Thanks to the next cutscene that looks awesome. I think I'm gonna use part of this as my thumbnail for this stream and video. I'm more like video when I get there. Peasant by day, ninjas by night. Mumble jazz. Thunderbolt and lightning. 9 ilm snails. 9 ilm snails. She hides behind a tree, as if that could hide her from me. She didn't really think she could fool me with those silly rags, did she? Or did she? Or did she? Perhaps she's not as clever as we believed. And a marked, mysterious savior rushes to the damsel's defense. Such bravery, such compassion! Such folly. Little does she know that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. And right on cue, Oboro the Dim leaps onto the scene to save his dear little swallow in the most unsurprising surprise attack the realm has ever seen. Cease your rambling, Karasu, before I rip that tongue off your bloody beak. Yow! Our hero is wounded. A stab through the heart. His childhood friends stand before him, blades drawn and hate in their eye. Oh, the tragedy of it all. The audience sobs. And what's this? A couple of bit players who have forgotten to leave the stage? Did no one tell them their part in the play as long as it's over? Hey dear. Oh, and the faceless rogue shows surprising skill. Perhaps she has yet a role to play? I will say this much, unlike a certain someone, at least you intrigue me. But other matters demand our hero's attention, and so the first act must come to a close. Come, my pet. Wait, Karasu! Ever quick to retreat, that one. The two from Wineport. Did you follow me here? Beg pardon, Myth. My friend and I are here on behalf of the dutiful sisters. And you, sister, have some questions to answer. I have lived on the Underbillet Society long enough to recognize when a man's more than he seems. So make this easy for us, lass. Just who exactly are ye? And what are you doing here? And here's hoping for both your sakes that it doesn't involve breaking no code. So you are the rogue of whom I have heard so much. Forgive me. We are remiss in not seeking you out sooner. Very well. You shall know all that there is to know. My name is Oboro, and this is Tsubame. We hail from a village in Doma, several thousand miles across the sea. We are, perhaps you have no word for what we are. In our tongue, one might call us shinobi. Doma? The imperial province? The same. Though it did not have to be so. Our countrymen fought with honor against the might of Garlemald. What we lacked in number, we made up with martial prowess. It was a battle we could have won, had we not been betrayed by one of our own. Our every secret, our every move known to our foe, the tide of battle turned on the morrow. Thousands of our countrymen were slaughtered, and at day's end, Doma, under the imperial yoke, remained under the imperial yoke. The traitorous Kurd joined the imperial ranks as chief of their covert operations. Covert operatives, or so they say. That is the man you just met, Karasu, though I'm loath to call him a man. To this day, he whispers in the ears of the Garleans, making a mockery of those who once called him friend and brother. But no longer. We have come to Eorza at our village elder's behest to see that Karasu pays for his crimes with his life. Come to mill a treacherous rook who blew the gab on his comrades. You sound like a right Benakov. Consider old Underfoot impressed. Forgive me. This land and its tongue are still new to us. Nevertheless, we were able to lure Karasu here. But more than a few of our comrades gave their lives in the effort. And now this. Was their sacrifice for naught? You have my gratitude. When one of our kind falls, tradition dictates that we return their soul to the village, that it may rest with our ancestors. What? Our fallen brother's soul calls out to this woman? Could it be a sign? Are we fated to fight as one? I would make you an offer. We will instruct you in our art, the art of ninjutsu. In return, you will share with us your knowledge of this land, that it might serve us in our mission. But, Oboro, she is not Doman. She is not of the village. Look around you, Sabami. Our brothers and sisters are fallen or gravely wounded, and today's failure makes it all too clear. We cannot hope to stand against Karasu without knowing the lay of the land. Can't say I'm thrilled at the prospect of losing a dimber damber like yourself, but hells, in my younger days, I'd like been keen to try my hand at some of those techniques myself. And the more my waddle takes in, the more these two strike me as Benar and Benar folk. Benar and Benar folk. If you're keen to lend them your dabbers, I'll not be the one to stand in your way. If you would know more, come to the dock storehouse at Raincatcher Gully. We shall await you there. We shall await you there. Wow, speaking hard these days. English hard. Who'd have figured, eh? Any road, the choice is yours, Clalin. In the meantime, I'm going to head back to Limpton and report to Jack before he comes and gives us a good clout in the knob. Alright, so Ninja should be starting up soon. Yeah, this might take us a little bit. It's fine though, it's fine. Just more of this game to enjoy. And so we meet again. You might take your presence to mean that you have chosen to accept our offer? Yes. Thank you. I speak not only for myself, but Tsubami. I speak not only for myself and Tsubami, but our entire village when I say you have our profound gratitude. What I would tell you next, I would tell you out of the earshot of strangers. Byakuba has been instructed to let only trusted visitors through the doors behind me. When he speaks to you, Ayame, you are to answer Kaede. You need not know what the words mean, only that they will grant you entrance. Those two names are, to me, is a throwback to 11, Final Fantasy 11. In the Kingdom of Bastuk, there's two characters, sisters, named Ayame and Kaede. Ayame being the elder sister, and she works as she's part of the Mithril Musketeers. They're like the elite forces of Bastuk. She's one of the I think they have 6 members in total. She's the 4th member. Like a 4th slot with Volker, Zeed, I think Iron Eater, then her. Yeah, I think it's like that. And Kaede is her younger sister, like a child younger sister. And there's actually a storyline about that entire thing where I think it goes towards the ninja storyline. I'm pretty sure if I did the samurai storyline, I might get more information from there too in the 11, which I've not done yet. But I'm going to spoil a bit about 11 here. Ayame is a samurai, the only samurai in Bastuk, where her father did not want her to become one, but like any other child, that you can't keep him caged up forever. She went out and sought out her own path. All her katanas were earned by herself. Her sister, Kaede, wanted to be like her sister. And she thought that her father was buying everything for Ayame, like all the swords and everything, but he was actually dead fast against it, but at the same time, he supports his daughter. Which I think is kind of cool in a way. He's proud of his daughter for choosing her own path and going towards that path, even though he did not agree with it. And I guess it's a learning lesson for Kaede as well, as in you can do what you want. Don't have to be what parents want you to be. But then this goes to a whole other discussion, which might take longer than it takes to get through the ninja storyline. So let's continue. What do you think, Lami? Oboda has chosen to accept you, and it is not my place to question his judgment. From this day on, you are one of us. Yame. Geru? Kaede. Welcome, Clalin. You stand within the provisional base of operations my people has established in your land of Eorzea. It may not look like much, either without or within, but that is precisely the point. You will find an ideal vantage point which to observe the comings and goings of Karasu and his men without attracting undue attention to ourselves. My fallen brother saw you as a worthy inheritor to his soul. To honor his memory, I entrust it to you. But soul alone will not make you a shinobi. No. This will require training of the body and mind. Our art, the art of ninjutsu, originated with our ancestors many years ago. Since then, it has passed down with each generation, mother to daughter, father to son. We draw power from the world around us, the heaven, the earth, and the hearts of man, and channel this power into physical form. I'm told that this is similar to your concept of Aether, was it? I must confess that yours in words and ways remain unfamiliar to me. How does one channel this power, you ask? Through the use of mudra, hand gestures that call forth each of the 3 forms of energy of which I spoke. The first mudra I will teach you will call power from the heavens. In Doma, we call this 10. You are eager to learn, yes? Attune your soul to that of my fallen brother, and then approach me once more. It is then that your training will begin. Ninja unlock. Huzzah! Soul of the Shinobi awakens within you. These are good tips if you're a beginner, just to learn about various aspects of the game. I played this enough time, I'm pretty good with this. Right, so he wants me to dress up as a ninja, so done. Yes, I can sense it. Though you're not of our blood, the soul of my people is strong in you. You're one of us now, a shinobi. And yet, your training has only just begun. Heed my words well, Clalin, for the shinobi, blade and mind are one. The weak mind gives rise to a weak blade. The false mind gives rise to a false blade. But the mind that is strong and true, that blade will know no equal. Such were the teachings of my master, his master, and his master's master before him. The shinobi must keep presence of mind at all time, or his blade may well as be one of, or his blade may as well be one of grass. That is the lesson of the mind. Now we shall begin the lesson of the body. You will recall that the art of ninjutsu involves using hand gestures called mudra to summon the energies of heaven, earth, and man, ten, chi, and jin, and the dome and tongue. Myriad techniques can be unleashed depending on the mudra you combine, and the order in which you do so. But perhaps I am getting ahead of myself. A child must learn to walk before he can run. To begin, I would see you master your first mudra, 10, the mudra of heaven. Summon the energy of heaven and project it forth, and from your hand will fly a flaming star, or Fuma Shuriken. Outside of the storehouse, you will find a Mokujin, a wooden man of the sort traditionally used in Doma for training. Do as I have told you and strike it with a Fuma Shuriken. I will observe your technique from a distance. Yes, that will do. Clearly, we did not misjudge your potential. Perhaps you've also felt your body becoming lighter. That is but another benefit of your training. You may find yourself being able to dance through the air with your blades drawn, but be mindful, the true shinobi sees that no movement is wasted. You demonstrated your skills well against the wooden man, but wood does not strike back. Your next opponent will not be so docile. Prepare yourself. Okay. The Onubi will attack in waves. Use your Fuma Shuriken to dispatch them from a distance. He said use your Shuriken. Oh, forget this training. Here. I'll summon a great beast for your next challenge. Remember, you must maintain a presence of mind no matter how fearsome the foe. Okay. final challenge, I shall be your opponent. Let's see how much you have learned. That was simple. I see. What Bodo means to say that he's not seen anyone master the fundamentals of ninjutsu with such swiftness. Is that not so, Bodo? I am capable of speaking for myself, Tsubame. But it is true. Clalin has exceeded even my own expectations. Her blade slices through the air as a fish glides through water. But that is enough training for the day. Now it is my turn to be the student, and you the teacher. I would learn the ways of Eorzea. You will instruct me, yes? I guess, yes, sir. You have my gratitude, Clalin. What are you doing? Yeah, no. First, I would know better the terrain of Landor. Is something amusing? My bow? I see. Who would have thought the simple gesture of courtesy would be so complicated? Like this, is it? Forgive him. Obodo has not been quite himself since coming to these shores. It would seem that neither the food nor the climate agrees with him. And let us not forget the stink of those infernal horse birds. Chocobo! All the more reason for us to complete our mission swiftly and return to more hospitable environs. Anyhow, Clalin, that would suffice for the day. Practice well your ninjutsu and return when you are ready for your next lesson. It would seem you have some practicing to do as well. Clalin, why, I did not even hear your footsteps as you approached. You are becoming more and more the shinobi with each day. Obodo has been awaiting your return. Please, enter. Welcome back. You may enter. Killer combinations. Ah, Clalin. It is clear from the manner in which you carry yourself that you have been most diligent in your training. But you're not the only one who has mastered the technique imparted to you. Behold my Eorzean bow, perfect in balance and form. Now, it is time for your next lesson. Watch carefully my hands, Clalin. With this mudra, the shinobi can summon the energies of the earth, chi, in our town. Etch its form in your mind, and I shall show you how to employ it in battle. Woo! Chi learned! Chi, or earth, marks the second mudra that you have learned. With this, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. It is through the combination of mudra that you will find new techniques. The first technique I will impart to you is Raiten, lightning release. When heaven joins with earth, lightning will flash and thunder will roll. In other words, form the mudra 10 followed by chi. Channel that energy forward and bolts of lightning will surge from your hands to strike your foe. As this is a more formidable technique than the Fuma Shuriken you have wielded thus far, I've taken care to reinforce the Muruken outside the storehouse. Mukujin. Strike it with Raiten and I shall observe. Raiten. tell. Very well. Now, recall what I said during our first lesson. The techniques at your disposal are created by not merely by which mudra you form, but also the order in which you combine them. When earth joins with heaven and the skies will rain fire and ash. In other words, form the mudra chi followed by 10 and channel those energies forward. And searing hell's fire will engulf your foes. But be forewarned, these techniques require considerable exertion of your spirit. After performing one, you will observe that some time is required before your mind settles and you are able to wield another. Now demonstrate Katon for me on the Mukujin over there. Katon? Okay. Splendid! Your grasp on fundamental mudra combinations is firm, but knowing the how of the technique is only the beginning. You must also understand when to employ it. Shunin is our word for shinobi who has attained full mastery of two mudra techniques. In our tradition, when a student is deemed by his master to show such potential, she is led to a waterfall outside the village to conduct intense training. I cannot take you to Doma, of course, but my map tells me of a place in Upper Lenosha that should suffice. Fool Falls. The name is less than auspicious, but it will have to do. Meet me there, and we shall proceed. Here we go. Yeah, I should have no problem finishing the ninja storyline tonight. We are going this way right now. Oh, Fate joined! Fate joined! Oh my. Is he Shubov? No. Alright, let's proceed. Until today, I knew this place only as letters on the map. Gazing upon it with my own eyes, it is even more beautiful and powerful than I could have imagined. Yes, this will serve us well. My people do not worship your deity 12s. Deity 12. Our gods are all around us, in the trees, in the soil, in the crashing waves before you. Close your eyes and open your heart to the sound of the rushing falls, that you might purge your mind of all worldly thoughts and distractions. The techniques you have learned will serve you well in battle, but confuse the order of your mudra and you can just as easily turn victory into defeat. It is imperative that you keep a single focus of mind, so it is that masters have brought their students to falls like this one for training since my ancestors' times. Who is the more foolish? The fool that fools falls, or the fool who comes here without realizing he's been followed? Karasu! Karasu. Now here's a curious scene. The dim one, accompanied today not by a swallow, but by a chirping horsebird chick who fancies herself a shinobi. The dim one is displeased. This, after our hero postponed 2 assassinations to make this little journey. Could his friends not greet him with a smile and some crumpets? Or whatever it is your urchins take with their tea? The dim one ponders, how did our hero know to find him here? Yet the answer is plain as day. The dim one is a creature of habit and tradition. Where else would he bring his prized new pupil? Tradition! Our hero spits on tired tradition. No, for he is a shinobi of a different feather, ever-changing, never predictable, but always, always in style. Those who cling too closely to tradition are bound to suffer the fate of their forebears, or are the lessons of the past so soon forgotten. Ready yourself, Clalin. It appears that your training today will be of a more practical sort. But of course! All you had to do was ask nicely. It would be my pleasure to be your teacher for the day. Your first lesson, little chick. Raiden's lightning will strike a single foe, while Kata's flames will raise many. Wield them wisely, or don't. It's your life at stake. Oh, how generous is our hero, putting aside his killings and spines to play mother hen to the horsebird chick. You will try to keep me entertained, won't you? Why must he be so slow? Our hero tires of this dull dance. Alas, if your teacher has better places to be, but we're not. My pawns will continue the lesson. No, I'm just ready for the guys to come here. fought well, Clalin. I, however, should have known to expect the traitor's attack. I was careless and put you in danger. It will not happen again. It appears that Karasu has taken an interest in you, and I fear this complicates matters some. Let us return to the docks. There was much I would tell you. You can either take the boat across with the Kirkin, or you can just, once you can fly, you can just literally just fly across too. You get to go by a Wanderer's Palace, check it out from the outside. To a certain extent, there's a height limit here. Hang on. Horse bird. Bibbidi bobbidi. Boop. I will tell you a story of our past, a story of the traitor and why he must die at our hands. Growing up in the same village, I have known Karasu since we were both children. When we came of age, we began training together under Master Zekai. From a young age, it was clear that Karasu possessed an innate talent for our art that few could rival. I spared no effort in my training, yet struggled to grasp techniques that he would master effortlessly. In my own way, he possesses a mind singularly devoid of wasteful thought, a mind seemingly unclouded by concepts such as right or wrong, good or evil. Despite this, deep down, I always thought of him as a brother. All that changed on that fateful day when Castle Doma fell to the Garleans. Someone had betrayed our homeland, sold our secrets to the enemy. Looking upon my friends as their bodies lay broken and bleeding, I saw a figure flee into the hills. It was Karasu. Were I younger, more naive, I might have pursued Karasu as he fled, in an attempt to reason with him. But it was clear that with this man, this demon, was no longer one of us, if indeed he had ever been. Master Zekai did not survive the slaughter. Did Karasu bear him some grudge, or was it merely a student's ugly pride? For a master's fate was the grisliest of all, his body mangled, his once proud face shattered beyond all recognition. I once held out hope that if I crossed blades with Karasu in battle, that I might understand something of what it was that made him do those horrible deeds. Yet each encounter raises only more questions. One thing is clear, however. Karasu could have killed us back at Fool's Falls had he seen fit, and yet chose not to. It was as if he was testing us. Testing you. Needless to say, this does not change our mission. For his crimes against Doma, Karasu must pay with his life. And yet, his thorough knowledge of us and our art has put Tsubame and I at a great disadvantage. But you, Clalin, your thoughts, your movements are still unfamiliar to him. Yes, your presence might just serve to break his focus and afford us an opening. Yet, to accomplish this, you must become stronger still. Promise you that you will not let up in your training. You have trained well since last we met, Clalin. I heard not a cry from the door as you entered, nor a creak from the floorboards as you drew near. It's 'cause I stood still, buddy. This much is clear. Neither waterfalls nor man of wood will serve to hone your senses further. No, a shinobi of your ability receives his tutelage in the field. Consider this your first lesson in the art of assassination. I need not remind you of who our target is. He is ever the elusive bird, and yet I have come across some information that I believe may avail us. Rumor has it that Captain Gettingwheel of the Bloody Executioners has narrowly evaded several attempts on his life in recent days. This is doubtless the work of Karasu and his men. None other are so bold or skilled as to even consider such an attack. Nothing short of death will cause a shinobi to forsake his mission. Karasu will strike again. The only questions are where and when. Answer those questions and it will be us paying him a surprise visit next time. Fortunately, I know of a man who might be able to give us what we seek. Captain Girmuel has a trusted lieutenant in the name of Wolfstan, a man who, if rumors are to be believed, is known to fancy a hot spring. I recall reading a famous bath resort not far from here, but the name escapes me. Have you any idea where it might be? Camp Overlook, that's right. Why, yes, that does sound familiar. In Upper Lenosha, off to the east, was it? Let us make our way there. Let us make our way there at once. You too. Bibbidi bobbidi. Boop. Alright, let's continue on this way. And there we go. No idea that so many Eorzeans and I had no idea that so many Eorzeans and also enjoyed public bathing. I would say it is a comforting sight, but in truth, it makes me all the more nostalgic for the pleasures of my homeland. That said, seeing all these people milling about gives me cause for concern. Even with these disguises, it is only a matter of time before our foreign mannerisms raise eyebrows among the more observant types. Yes, best we stay out of sight until our man arrives. Let us keep watch from high above until it is time to act. The time has come for me to impart you another technique, which we call Shukuchi. You may think of it as compressing the physical space around you, allowing you to cross great distances in the blink of an eye. Go ahead, give it a try. Alright, ninja bathing. I trust that Shukuchi is now second nature to you. Very well, I shall await you on the rooftop, but be warned. While the technique will allow you to cross great distances in the blink of an eye, it does not allow you to soar at will through the sky. The ledge on which Tsubame now stands is at a level with the roof, and should prove a suitable starting point. That said, a shinobi is ever resourceful. If you make your way to the rooftop by other means, that will serve just as well. The roof may seem quite far away, but use your Shukuchi technique from the edge. You should be able to reach it with ease. Waiting. Just waiting. Nothing like a steaming bath, a bottle of fine wine, and a couple of boxing wenches to ease what ails me, eh? As far as I'm concerned, Captain Grimwell can take his bloody time. Wolfstead. Very well. Now we only employ these bamboo breathing pipes, descend underwater, and... Obodo, I do not question that such methods have served the Swirling Doma, but might bamboo arouse suspicion in these environs? Do you believe so? Underwater surveillance has always been my area of expertise. I have an idea that I believe is quite well suited to our target and the customs of the land. It will require a simple change of garb and a bottle or two of fine spirits. I will require your assistance, Clalin. As I see it, there's no way the man would refuse a drink from an alluring maiden like yourself. Intriguing. And what, pray tell, will my role be in all of this? I was thinking your talents might be best put to use overseeing the operation. Yes, from up here. To ensure that nothing goes amiss, of course. I must prepare now, Clalin. Meet me down below, out of sight, and I shall furnish you with the item that will serve to deliver the final blow, as it were. Ah, there she is. Am I wearing this properly, Clalin? I am not accustomed to a garb that is so revealing. Regardless, I will entrust this to you. Though it may appear to be a simple bottle of wine, I have made a few enhancements to the recipe. Off duty or no, a salted sea dog like Wolfstan is certain to be on his guard. I'll start him off with an untainted vintage. Once he's sufficiently good spirits, that's your cue to step in with the stronger stuff. I suspect that once his mind is sufficiently addled, he'll gladly take his swig with minimum of fuss. Now, let us begin. Well, if she's going like that, I should make myself look pleasingly available as well. With our 1.0 gear. I seem to have lost that part. What's I have to do? Dated elm clogs. There we go. Fine wine and fine wenches. Now this is what I had in mind when I took up the pirate in life. Mulled wine. Sour red cooked with various medicinal spices and citrus rinds over a low flame as to preserve the alcoholic content. What's this? Time to battle your friend here for Wolfie's affections? Don't mind if I do. Somebody fetch me me cup. Now that's good stuff. If a bit stronger than I recall it, maybe I should take a rest. Oh, you mustn't be so modest. Why, I heard this Wolfstan's 7 stomachs once drank a whale under the table. You bet your skivvy's good lass. Me bleeding duties have kept me in the bottle for so long. I'm out of practice is all. You duties? Why, that sounds so important and exciting. I'd do anything to hear more. Did you say anything? Well, maybe you heard of the bloody executioners, the nastiest, bloodiest band of pirates that sailed the bleeding sheesh. I reckon our Captain Grimwill's sunk more Guardian vessels than every other pirate combined. And just who do you reckon keeps the captain safe from all the enemies he's made? Why, that'd be none other than his dear mate Wolfstan. The navigator have mercy. Should you not return immediately to your captain? Surely he's not safe without his most loyal, capable man at his side. Under normal circumstances, you'd be right, lass. But there's one place I can't follow it. Can't follow him. Airport. Aye, the man is bloody particular about his grog. Says he can't concentrate unless he's on his own. Not that I'm complaining. It's the only time we get a day's rest. But don't you worry a little hard out, lassie. Nobody knows the captain's whereabouts but me. I sure as bloody hell ain't talking. Lassie? Are you listening? That's curious. She was just there a minute ago. Alright. Well, we're able to loosen our man slips. I see. Captain Grimble is en route to airport, and alone at that. If I know Karasu, this knowledge will not escape him. Doubtless, he and his shadows already lie in wait. We haven't much time. Let us hurry to airport and ambush the ambushers. Ambushers? Oh, airport. Whoopsie doodles. Why not go through the other way? Ah. Oh well. Take the long way, folks. Apparently I'm getting my geography wrong. There we go, west of Nosha. Up ahead. Yeah, it's a quiet night tonight. What quest is this? I think it might be a little bit quicker than last time, I don't remember. Certainly more quests this time, for sure. I have more quests than, like, say, Paladin quest line. Although some of these quests are very short. Destination. 44. Let's go. Proceed. The sun set and the port is cloaked in shadow. If there is a perfect time to strike. Speak of the devil, look at how those men walk. Those are no ordinary deckhands. Those are imperial shinobi, waiting to pounce upon and slit the throat of any who would stand between them and their prey. Kadasu is proud to entrust such a vital mission to his lackeys. He is here somewhere, of this I am certain. Clalin, you must move forward and search the docks. I will approach from the opposite direction. Tsubame, you secure the escape routes. He will not elude us this time. Take care, stay hidden, Clalin, hidden from the eyes of Kadasu's shadows. And yet, I fear task will be more complicated still. For it is not just men that serve Kadasu, but the creatures of the night. Creatures that see not with their eyes, but with every fiber of their being. Give them a wide berth, or all shall be for naught. That should be all. Time is short. We must move swiftly. See you. No, it does attract attention. Alright. I'm walking slow as. Alright, fine. Oh, really? Alright, so they call it see-through hiding. Success. Oh well, here's what it is. What's this? What's this? No, no, no! This is not how the story goes! I'm supposed to be the one that surprises you! The tables have turned today, Karasu. Now face your death like the man you once were. I must say, popularity really does have its downsides. Fine, if you're so eager to dig your own graves, then here's your bloody shovel. Shibami sunrise or Bodo moonrise? Huh. God, the slippery bastard. We have come too close to abandon hope. Come, Tsubami, Clalin, let us return to the safety of the storehouse and take stock of our options. Gurumua lives. Failure of this sort does not become you, Karasu. Forgive me, Master. I had an unexpected reunion with some friends. It seemed they had a mind to kill me, and just when I thought we were getting on so well. Your job is to give me answers, Karasu, not excuses. We can ill afford to let a few stray rats foil our plans. Should they return, kill them. This is your final warning. The next time you fail me will be your last. Does you have to say it like that? Fine, fine. Let it never be said that I'm not a loyal soldier. Okay, how far can you take me? Yeah, I got this dragon already, and I didn't even get to Shadowbring area. Okay, will you take me to Wine Port? No. Once more, that bloody crow has managed to foil our best laid plans. It is as if his skills burgeon with each encounter. But how could this be? Has he perfected some new training regimen since coming to Riorzia? But there's no time to dwell on past mistakes. Since the times of my ancestors, failure in one's duty is unacceptable for a shinobi. My mission will end My shinobi will end in success, Karasu's death, or failure, my own. But all is not lost. Karasu is not the only one who has honed his skills. Fighting beside you back there, at times it felt like we had trained together since childhood. You have shown remarkable focus and aptitude for our art, but you must grow stronger still if you are to have any hope of triumph. Devote yourself to your training with the entirety of your body and mind, and Tsubame and I will do the same. I await your return. Clalin, I look into your eyes today and see a mind unclouded by worldly cares. The time has come. I would pass on to you the ancestral garb of the shinobi. Knowing that this day was close at hand, I have already made the necessary arrangements. With Karasu watching our every move, I cannot act freely. So I ask your friends at the Rogues Guild to send word to my village and arrange for the delivery of a set. Needless to say, this location must remain a secret. I have arranged for the goods to be delivered in secret to the Denavel checkpoint. A porter there will be expecting you. Tsubame and I express our thanks to your Captain Jack. Be mindful in your travels, Clalin. We eagerly await your return. This is right now. Or not. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. Yes, here we go. And now we're gonna go down this lovely staircase by the most practical means possible. Jumping over. Expecting a shipment of goods, you say? Now that strikes me as right curious, on account of how a scraggly fellow came by not so long ago to claim them. They were actually yours, you say? Well, ain't that a bloody coincidence? See, the fellow I talked to said that someone was like to come by saying just that, and that if she did, he'd pay good coin for me to put her, to gut her good and proper. Your friend's dead. Have mercy. If I had known you were this strong, I never would have taken his money. Ah! If I knew you were going to be this incompetent, I would have put you out of your misery long ago. Long ago. Well, if it isn't my favorite chirping little horse bird. Oh, come now, I'm not that scary, am I? I heard from a little bird in Doma of a shipment en route to Yorza in secret. I surmise, I'm quite good at that, you see, that it might have to do something with you and your friends, and I just had to know what was inside. Lo and behold, what did I find but a shiny set of shinobi garb? Why did you not tell me that it was your name day, little chick? I would have brought you something far more fitting, like a sack of just old greens. No, I fear Brother Dim and Sister Swallow are mistaken. You're not quite ready for such an honor. But this is no fault of your own. After all, the student is only as good as your teacher. But today is your lucky day, little chick, for a true master has come to take you under his wing. 4 crates scattered to the winds, each containing one of the items you seek. 4 my shadows guarding each piece with their lives. A test, one where failure would mean your death. Red Rooster Stead, Costa de Sal, Shizudun Trading Post, Camp Overlook. Claim that which you seek by your own hand, or die in the act. It is of little matter to me. If by some chance you survive, return here. You might just find a very special present awaits you. Now, shoo-shoo, I say. Shoo-shoo. Red Rooster Stead. That is just south of here, no? That is the other way. Alright, let's try out the first one. Well, single place we can go. Red Rooster Stead. Fantastic. And we jump up. Alright. Suspicious looking milkmaid, of course. Pardon me, milady. Have you seen my owl goats anywhere? There are no owl goats in this area. Oh, it's you. Don't worry. This won't hurt much. Ooh, ninja pants, let's go. Next is Corsa de Sal. Excuse me. Oh, it's a quiet stream today. I'm sorry about that, folks. Normally I'm a bit more chipper at times. I think I'm just a little bit tired. Tomorrow's stream should be a little bit more entertaining. I hope. I actually have a feeling tomorrow's stream might be a little bit less lackluster from what I have in plan store. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on Fisher. That can be good or that can be bad, depending on... I don't know. What I do know is that it has a story. A story to be told and people to have it listened to. Suspicious looking midwife. I'll just open up the crate. Didn't your mother teach you not to touch a lady's personal belongings? Oh dear heavens. I must have fallen asleep while sunbathing. How can I ever thank you for rousing me from slumber? Let's say yes, slit your throat and we call it even, eh? Ooh, ninja hat. Next is Jidroom's training post. For this, Alright, let's go over here. Next I gotta go to Gigi Ruins Trading Post, which is in Upper Lenosha. That is on our side of the way. Good. A lot of traveling. Suspicious looking puller. I ain't running a charity here, lass. Get your own rod and lure. Rude. What's with that dour face, lass? Fish just ain't biting today? Maybe they'll know. Maybe they know that you're already a dead woman? Dead? Ninja pants? No, ninja boots. No, this is Hakma. That's a hat. What did I get last time? Oh, Kyahan or boots. My bad, my boots. Camp Overlook is last, which is in Outer Lenosha. We're almost there. There we go. Lastly, the suspicious looking trader. Whoa there now. Are you familiar with the concept of trade? It's quite simple, really. It involves you giving me coin before you put your grubby little paws on my own goods. My goods. Whatever possessed me to set up shop in this ungodly place? I'd like to drop dead from the feuds from a single gil before I see single gil in profit. Of course, if I bring back your head to Karasu, I'm set for life. Yeah, you're dead, buddy. These must be the gloves. Yeah, teleporting, yep. Clalin, I'm relieved to see you safe. When you did not return, I feared the worst. Kadasu did what? Forgive me. I never suspected he would target you on your own. It is clear now that his treachery knows no bounds. And yet it is curious. Again, he chose to test you rather than dispatch you by his own hand. His intentions remain inscrutable as ever. What's this? Karasu. Welcome back, Clalin. Hello to you as well, Obodo. I left the present I promised you on your doorstep. Such a shame you weren't at home. The dogs! Tsubame! Byakubu! Yome! We must hurry! Clalin, I realize it is far too early in your training for this, but the situation is grim. Our only hope of surviving the battle is ahead of you is to learn the Mudra Jin. This is a mudra that will allow you to harness the energies of your fellow man. It is also the final mudra that I can teach you. Yay! Jin. You have now learned Jin, the final mudra that I can impart to you. Combine it with the mudra you already have mastered, you will find 4 new ninjutsu techniques available to you. Time is short, so listen well. The first is Hyoto, Ice Release. From 10 Jin or Chi-Jin, the energies you summon will... From 10 Jin or Shi-Jin, the energies you summon will be channeled into a glacial flow. Second is Hyoton, Wind Release. Form Jin Shi-10 or Shi-Jin-10. The wind will gather and swirl around you. Third is Doton, Earth Release. The earth itself will move at your will. And finally, there is Suiton, Release of Water. Water will course and flow through you. As for how each battle technique will avail you, a trust you will learn on the field of battle. Now, let us hurry. Tsubame is in danger. A lot of ninja stars here on the outside. Shuriken. A battle was fought here. I hear no sounds from within. Tsubame must be here. Here somewhere. Byakuba has lost his words from the shock. He can tell us nothing. Come, you must find Tsubame, and quickly. Find Tsubame. Tsubame! It is but a flesh wound. Oboro, look out! Come now, little swallow. Say that it hurts, that you were scared. Tell the dim one how I took great pains to see that you were fully awake for every moment of agony and terror. Karasu, this time you go too far. Yes, Those are the eyes I wanted to see. Let the anger, the hatred burn away any spot of doubt that remains in your heart. The fire in your eyes, resolve born from the all-consuming flame of rage and passion. That look in your eyes that day when you looked on as your friends, your countrymen were massacred, powerless to end the slaughter. Be silent, be silent, be silent, be silent. Sabami, stand back. I will slice this crow's tongue, then tear him limb from limb with my bare hands. Ah, such pure, unadulterated malice. Finally, you are an adversary worthy of my blade. The true shinobi, ever calm, dutiful to his master. Presence of mind, yes. The first few times we met, you fought with the passion of a Murukan. Today, you stand before me as a man. You wanted a battle, and today you shall have one. No retreat, no reprieve. The defeated shall die like a dog, and the victor's tale will continue for another day. That's one, but damn. Karashu Redbeak, in the name of our elders, I take your life as divine retribution for your crimes. Your blood-stained beak will feast on the innocent no more. Does he truly believe those words? Oh, yes, this beak is stained with blood. This I do not deny. But I am not the leader of this murderous flock. I tire of your riddles, Redbeak. Give me one reason why I should not separate your head from your shoulders. Oh dear, what a pickle I find myself in. Now, how can I put this in terms even the dim one can understand? I am not the traitor you seek. He is not I, and I am not he. You believe You believe that I was the only one who fled Doma? Are you sure? Absolutely certain? Did you see the bodies and faces of your brothers who fell that day? Think. I know it is not a strength of yours, but surely you remember. One body maimed so badly that only the possessions could identify the man, and the face to even be called a face. Not by shattered bones and shredded flesh remained where once had been the proud features of. You lie! One more word, one with twisted, deceitful, twisted, deceitful word, Redbeak, and I will. Oh, Boboto, poor, sweet, stupid Oboto. How long do you continue to deceive yourself? You lie, Redbeak, as you always have. Did betraying our homeland not sate your thirst for treachery? Now you must drag our master's name through the mud? Answer me this then. If you were not the traitor, then why did you flee the village that day? How often have I asked myself the same? Oh, how simple things would have been had I have been as naive as you. But the circumstances of Master Zakai's death did not sit well with me. I left the village looking for answers and found something far more interesting. Our master himself, alive and well. In an instant, his hand was at my mouth and his blade at my neck. A simple choice was given me. Follow him and leave, refuse and die. I would like to say I weighed my decisions heavily, but the answer really was quite clear. Death is so final after all, while life, even a life spent as an Imperial spy, holds so many opportunities. What's the matter, dim one? Do you still find my tale hard to swallow? Oh, believe as you will. Redemption means little to a dead man. You are going to kill me, yes? That is your mission after all? Sworn in the sight of the elders, tradition and custom, and so on and so forth. Candle keep Quay. When the time is right, he will come, and all will be received. I just thought I'd tell the one who's shown herself capable of listening to reason. The lights grow dim, the sun turns black in the sky. Our hero fought bravely even, but his chapter in this grand memory has come to a close. Summoning his last breath, our hero speaks. Just promise me this, Oboto. Whatever your mission, should you fail, just don't go off dying. I know how fond you are of tradition, but this is a new era, and we are not our ancestors. Besides, such an end wouldn't become a solemn youth like yourself. So live, and leave the dying to those who can do it in style. Yes, I may not have been the hero I thought it was, nor the villain you would have had me be. But from beginning to end, I was me, and there's nothing I would rather be. Farewell, cruel world, and good bloody riddance. Wait, Karasu! Mizungakure. Maybe. What can all this mean? Karasu is dead. Our mission complete. Yet you will forgive me if I am unsure about how I feel about this turn of events. In any event, there's nothing more to be done here. Tsubame is wounded. Let us bring her home. last we met, I was not myself. Pray forgive me. Master Oboro waits inside. The mission that brought me to Ryoja is complete. Once Tsubami's wounds heal, we will have no reason to sojourn further in these lands. And yet, if Karasu spoke true, no, it simply cannot be. Ah, Clalin, your return pleases me. I feared I might miss the chance to bid you a proper farewell. Yes, we will be taking our leave from this realm. My mission is complete, and Tsubami's wounds have all but healed. Tradition dictates that we return to our elders to deliver tidings of our success. Redbeak's last words? I will not lie, at first they weighed heavily on my mind, but in the end, I am a shinobi. I came to this land to perform a role, not out of curiosity or spite. Mayhap Master Zekai still lives, mayhap not. It is no longer my concern. Karasu is dead, and with his passing, it is time to close the curtain on this chapter of our lives. Before I leave, I would ask one small favor of you. There is a place I would visit before we depart your realm. I would go alone to gather my thoughts. Could you pray look after Tsubami while I am away? Her condition has much improved, but I would not take my chances. Thank you. Your concern is most touching, but I am quite fine, Clalin. In fact, it would seem that the injuries I suffered were not nearly as grave as they appeared at first glance. It would appear that Karasu meant more to fan the flames of Oboro's ire than to cause true harm. Speaking of Oboro, have you seen him about? It's not like him to disappear in the midst of our preparation for departure. Alone with his thoughts, you say? Where do you suppose he might have gone? Fool's Falls. A place where you should practice? Yes. He always had a fondness for waterfalls. Yes, that must be it. It must be. Clalin, Oboro was not himself of late. Perhaps I worry overmuch, but I could never forgive myself if something ill were to befall him. You will go after him for me, will you? I seek not to change his heart. If his heart is truly made up, I wish only to know his true feelings, that I might support him in whatever humble way I can. Fool's Falls. I think this might be the last quest for the ninja story. Could be wrong. what are you doing here, Clalin? I took you for a woman of your word. Sabami sent you, didn't she? It looks like I was a fool for thinking I could fool two who know me so well. Ever since that day, this is the only place in the world where I can find a moment's respite from the turmoil that rages within me. And yet, the instant sound of the crashing waves fade from earshot. It all comes flooding back. You have proven yourself a true friend to us, and a worthy shinobi in your own right. Accept this from me, Clalin. For what? For whom do you wield your blade? For myself. Reasons I alone shall know. Forgive me, Clalin, it was a fool question. Well do I know that true conviction must come from within, and yet... I speak in earnest to you, Clalin. Our battle with Karasu, his dying words, they left me a changed man, and I can no longer deny what I have begun. For so many years I questioned nothing. Tradition, custom, my mission. I was a shinobi, a blade, and a blade does not think. I shut off the doubts, the emotions that threatened to rise to the surface, and told myself this was true presence of mine. I lied to myself no longer. In confronting Karasu, I confronted myself. Looking upon Tsubame, lying battered and beaten like my countrymen so many years ago, I felt a single, all-consuming desire to visit retribution upon those who wronged us and to do so by my own hand. I have made my decision. I shall go and face the truth, for it is only in doing so that my heart will ever know true peace. I will go alone, and I will hear no more of it. You and Sabame have sacrificed and suffered more than enough. The battle that awaits is mine, and mine alone. If it is Master Zakai I find at the end of my journey, so be it. One or both of us will die. It matters not. Either way, my mind will be at rest. You have been a true friend and ally, Clalin. Farewell. Oboro. Oboro. Forgive me, Clalin. It was as if my legs moved of their own accord. It is just as I imagined. Oboro means to confront Master Zakai, even if it costs him his life. He has made his decision. I will not stand in his way, but neither will he stand in the way of mine. Wheresoever Oboro fights, I will fight beside him. If it is not too much to ask, pray lend your strength to us this one final time, Clalin. You have proven yourself a true shinobi, and your blade, unfettered by tradition or convention, may just be what turns the tide of the battle in our favor. Oboro did not say where he was headed, but we already know, don't we? Karasu's last words, Kando keep kwe. Let us see what the guards there might tell us. I'm teleporting to this. I'm starting to get tired. I do apologize. You probably see it in my eyes. Maybe not. Kando keep kwe. Any unusual happenings of late? Not as such, save for a small pirate vessel scheduled to dock tomorrow at the crack of dawn. Other than that, it's all pretty quiet around these parts, as it won't be. Funny thing though, you're not the first one to ask that question. A milkmaid, a fairly commonly one at that, came by not minutes ago asking the very same question. Is that so? The milkmaid is one of Bodo's favorite costumes. As we might suspect, he's one step ahead of us. If we could rendezvous with him somehow, it could give us the advantage in numbers. And yet, the risk of exposing ourselves to our foe is too great. We should observe from the shadows until Master Zakai reveals himself. I will take up position on the western shore. You take to the high ground and keep watch from the promontory over there. Between the two of us, that should cover the entire quay. Ding. Yep. There we go. Proceed. Ow. Who goes there? Show yourself. I know a rat when I smell one. I know a rat when I smell one. I trust that I'm speaking with the Garlic Empire's Chief of Espionage and Covert Operations. And none other. But you can call me Master if you like, young one, for old time's sake. You're full of surprises these days, young one. Leopoldo, I knew, would have been on the first ship back to Doma once Karasu caught his last caw. You look sturdier than I remember, if a bit gaunt in the cheeks. Are you getting enough rest? You always work just a bit too hard for your own good. All these years, it was you. You who taught me the way of the shinobi. You who I loved as a father. Why, Master? Why? Why else? For our village, of course. I simply made the choice that any true shinobi would make. Don't tell me you require a history lesson, young one. Since the time of our ancestors, the shinobi has served many masters. For many years, I served Doma. Then, when the time was right, I chose a more powerful master. Fortunately for me, and our village, my services were in high demand. Have you ever wondered why, Obodo? Why, when the Doman Rebellion was when the Doman Rebellion was crushed by the Empire, was our village alone spared Garlemald's wrath? It was because of my actions. I protected us when the entire nation of Doma could not. Protected? You betrayed us all. The people of Doma trusted you. Do you know how many Domans died that day? We swore our lives to protect them, and you sold them into the slaughter. Do you feel nothing? Not even a twinge of remorse at the massacre you brought upon your countrymen? Countrymen? What is Doma to me when weighed against the ancient and glorious history of my fellow shinobi? History is littered with husks of fragile men who gave their worthless lives to bring glory to their betters. I hoped against hope that Karasu was wrong, that his story was not but the twisted lies of a sad fool, but no, I was the fool master. No, Jekai, for you are no master of mine. It is the name of souls. But no, I was the fool master. No, Jekai, for you are no master of mine. In the name of the souls of the untold thousands of blood that is on your hands, I declare your life forfeit. Revenge, is it? Revenge for foot soldiers and peasants? Is that what this is all about? That's why you lingered here like a festering boil after your lauded mission was completed? Forsaking your role for some selfish fancy of flight will not earn you many friends back home, Oboto. Nor here. The more time I spend in Garlemald, the more I realize that the Empire quite suits me. There's something to be said for a culture that values merciless strength above all. I have won over quite a few loyal subordinates. Poor little one. All your lofty words, and here you stand alone. You are alone because you are weak. He has no subordinates, that is true. This isn't an army after all. But Oboto has something you will never have. Comrades who believe in him and in the ideals in which he fights. Tsubame, how did you... Not just me, Oboto. Clalin too has come to fight at your side. Comrades? You would choose a company of a glorified sellsword over that of a master who made you what you are? Oh, how far my pupils have fallen. You are the one who has fallen, Jekai. Clalin fights with a sense of honor and purpose that you have long forgotten. Superhero landing! It's gotta be bad on the knees, especially on concrete. Or rock. Clalin, I cannot begin to express my gratitude. My friends, my comrades, I am honored to fight at your side. Let us show this false master what true strength is. Well, that was convincing. However, just hope you get scared. Behold, true power. Shadow Spawn? It cannot be. Tsubami, Clalin, thank you. It's through your belief in me that I was finally able to believe in myself. And Karasu, you had a hand in bringing this chapter to a close. You may be gone, but you are not forgotten. Ah, that almost sounds like a eulogy. It almost makes me wish I were actually dead. Karasu, you still live, but how? Well, when it comes to playing dead, I did learn from one of the best, you know. I see. But why vanish, only to return? Oh, just an undelivered present. This is the fifth and final piece of Clalin's traditional garb. Let it never be said that I didn't complete my missions, even if just plain delivery boy. Wait, Karasu! The elders who named you traitor to our village, they were simply blind to the truth, as was I. If I explained, they would surely see reason. Please, return home together. Please, let us return home together. What's this for? What's this now? Now that wasn't in the script. How soon forget, Oboro. I was not the traitor, no. But I did follow him. Makes me just as much as a traitor, at least in their eyes. Perhaps so. At the same time, you risked your life for what you believed in. We are not so different, you and I. The sentiment is most touching, but my answer remains no. The village was always a bit too grand for me. I prefer to spread my wings on a grander stage. The honorable deeds of my present do not erase the terrible crimes of my past. I was a spy and assassin. Quite a good one, I might add. And all for the blood Jikai has on his hands. Hands mine are nearly as red. And the elders mine? Mind you got one mission, Oboro. Why complicate the matter? Bring this back and tell the others what they want to hear. The traitor Karasu Redbeak is no more, slain at your hand. You'll be welcomed as a hero, while my fate will be even grander. I'll at long last be free. If this is how you would have it, Karasu, then so it shall be. But this I promise you, slowly but surely, our village will change. I will take what I learned and build a village that honors all of our fallen. A village you could be proud to call home. Just don't get too cocky now. We'll have to come back and put you and your whole village in its place. I look forward to that day. Let us meet again on the battlefield and pit our ideals against each other as we did that day. Storehouse. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we're just gonna teleport. It is strange, Clalin. All this time I believed I was instructing you in the way of the shinobi, and yet now that all is done, I feel that I should be the one to call you teacher. Thanks to you, I finally achieved true clarity and presence of mind. My blade is stronger for it, and more important still, I now understand what I'm truly fighting for. Body and mind. Body or mind, by any measure, you're every bit my equal as a shinobi. Save for one final technique which I will now impart to you. Kasatsu. Use it to rearrange the energy channeled into your body and unleash powerful ninjutsu techniques one after the next. But be warned, in our tongue it quite literally means life and death. Which one it means for you will depend entirely on your presence of mind. And with this, I believe you're both satisfied and respected side. And with this, I believe we are both satisfied the respective sides of our initial agreement. We will return to our village, which means I must bid you farewell. Though perhaps not this day. I would see my home change for the better and introduce new ways of thinking to complement the old. But before I can, there's much I must still learn about this land. And so I will go on ahead. I will report to our elders the success of Oboro's mission and inform them that he will return as soon as he recuperates from the wounds he sustained in battle. With the soul crystal that Karasu gave us, no one will doubt the success of our mission. It is a flawless plan, if I do say so myself. Yes, how fortunate we were that I thought of it. Never change, Oboro. Promise me that. And with that, Clalin, it seems that it is I who will bid you farewell. You've been a true friend, and my heart awaits the day we shall meet again. But you will return to give Oboro lessons from time to time, yes? I'm not convinced that his bows are as masterful as he seems to think. Your mind finds clarity, guiding your blades. Kasatsu. And with that is the end of the Ninja Store Rogue and Ninja storylines of Final Fantasy XIV's Realm Reborn. We're not going to continue we won't be able to continue the stories until we get to the Heaven's Ward area. And that will probably not be for a good month's time, give or take. So with that, I'm going to call it a night, as it's been only a couple of days, but it's been a long week thus far for me. Where can I stand? Right here. Alright, so as I mentioned, it's time for me to head to get some sleep. I'm going to get an early night tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. I shall be back tomorrow. I'll continue on with Clalin's journey through Final Fantasy XIV's Realm Reborn's quests and storylines for each respective job. And tomorrow's job will start off with Fisher. I think it's Fisher. The proper name here is shown as Fisher. So we're going to work on Fisher tomorrow. I say work on it because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get all the quest lines done in one day. This will be something new for Clalin. Even in 1.0, I did not touch Fisher much at all. Not sure. May have started the quest, but never actually did anything with it. But nonetheless, we're going to go through it. This will be new content for Clalin. The next 4 sets of quest lines will be new content for Clalin. So look forward to that. Starting tomorrow is Fisher, and if I'm not able to complete it in 1 day's time, I'll do exactly what I did here. Put like a part 1 for it, and part 2 will be at another time. Hopefully we get done in 1 day, but we'll find that out tomorrow.